I'm going to run out of time here, aren't I? Handbook of Unusual Natural Phenomenon, William R. Corliss. Again, something of a 40 in nature. Anything by William Corliss is a very good read because it'll catalog things that are not normal in whatever category that he has. He has an entire volume of these, encyclopedic series about unusual things. William R. Corliss, anything having to do with Forteana, unusual phenomenon, that sort of thing, excellent source for that. Another one for hidden history and for alternative history is Forbidden Archaeology by Michael A. Cremo and Richard L. Thompson. This is an excellent book. It's probably the classic in the field, and if you're interested in hidden history and other than mainstream archaeology, this is for you. If you want to talk about the Oklahoma City bombing, you can't do much better than to have this book, The Third Terrorist, The Middle East Connection to the Oklahoma City Bombing by Jana Davis. This is an excellent book. I read it, and it does come up with some very interesting information related to the Oklahoma City bombing. And an older book which details just how bad our military industrial complex is embroiled in the world of drugs and banking. The Crimes of Patriots by Jonathan Whitney. A true tale of dope, dirty money, and the CIA. Very good book. If you're interested in JFK's assassination, probably the best book that correlates, the entire assassination and everything leading up to it in visual format is The Killing of a President by Robert J. Groden, who's one of the better known researchers into the Kennedy assassination. Peter Levenda, another excellent author. Anything by him I would highly recommend. This is one in a series of 4 books called Sinister Forces, a grimoire of American political witchcraft. This happens to be book 1, called The Nine. There's 4 books in this series. I have all 4 of them. I read them. They are absolutely fascinating. Read these books. If you read nothing else, you'll find them absolutely fascinating. Nick Redfern, another absolutely great author. He has a lot of articles included in 40 in Times, which is a magazine I highly recommend. This one is called Body Snatchers in the Desert: The Horrible Truth at the Heart of the Roswell Story. I'm not going to ruin it for you. You may be able to figure it out for yourself just by the title, but this is probably the definitive book on what really happened in Roswell and the related things with that. Another good one about 9/11 details the activities of Muhammad Atta in Florida. This one is called Welcome to Terrorland: Muhammad Atta and the 9/11 Cover-Up in Florida by Daniel Hopsiker. Absolutely great book. Another good one for 9/11, excuse my page holder there, Inside Job, Unmasking the 9/11 Conspiracies by Jim Marrs. This is a sort of a catch-all book. It's a lot of stuff that's been traveled, more than once, but it's a good place to put a lot of alternative ideas about what went on 9/11. Another very good book about 9/11 and synthetic terror in general, false flag operations, that sort of thing, is Webster Griffin Tarpley's 9/11 Synthetic Terror, Made in the USA. Excellent book. Of course, Webster Griffin Tarpley, absolutely great guy. You gotta listen to him. You can listen to him on online on Genesis Communication. I think he has a show, and he's a frequent guest on a lot of other people's. But he is an excellent speaker and an excellent writer. That book is fantastic. If you want to look at some of the machinations of the U.S. government into the UFO phenomenon and how far they will go in order to spread disinformation and lies, look at Project Beta by Greg Bishop. This is the story of Paul Benowitz, national security and the creation of a modern UFO myth. Absolutely fascinating book. Of course, a lot of you will be very familiar with this. Anthony C. Sutton, America's Secret Establishment, An Introduction to the Order of Skull and Bones. Needs no other words to talk about that. Another one here, compiled by Al Heidel and Joan d'Arc, which are, editors of Paranoia magazine, which is a magazine I read often. It's very good. This is the New Conspiracy Reader. Again, another catch-all book in essay format, talks about different subjects. Adam Parfrey is another excellent author. Anything by him is good. The things he's most commonly known for are Apocalypse Culture and Apocalypse Culture 2. This is Apocalypse Culture 2 by Adam Parfrey. Very interesting, like sort of the edge of cultural awareness type stuff in this, and definitely good for information purposes and background, that sort of thing. Another one that details some past conspiracies is the Medusa File by Craig Roberts. Again, this is a more of an older book that details some of the earlier conspiracies and things that have been perpetrated by the U.S. government and the Nazis, or even Japan during World War II. One of the absolute best books about the Kennedy assassination, that's JFK, is this book by Dick Russell, The Man Who Knew Too Much. Hired to kill Oswald and prevent the assassination of JFK, Richard Case Nagel is the man who knew too much. It's kind of daunting, as you can see, but it's well worth it. This book is absolutely fascinating. If you're interested in the JFK assassination, get it. Another book by Jim Marrs, panned by critics, but still a useful resource for information about 9/11 and possible, alternate scenarios for what happened. The Terror Conspiracy, Deception, 9/11 and the Loss of Liberty by Jim Marrs. Generally, Jim Marrs, excellent writer, good resource. Find him a lot on Jeff Rentz's program. And this is the original Conspiracy Reader. From the deaths of JFK and John Lennon to government-sponsored alien cover-ups, compiled by Al Heidel and Joan d'Arc, editors of Paranoia magazine. Another very good read. One other last one for you to consider is Abuse Your Illusions, the Disinformation Guide to Media Mirages and Establishment Lies. Anything by Disinfo, very good. They're going to have solid research behind anything they put up. This book is another one that's in essay format, talks about a lot of different things. They have several books similar to this. Any one of them I would highly recommend. So if you get anything from the Disinfo company and the Disinfo people, very good to have in your library. Abuse Your Illusions. And that one is edited by Russ Kick. So there we have, just a short list. Well, a long short list of some books you should have in your library if you are seriously interested in doing research into alternative history, alternative archaeology, and so-called conspiracy theory. So enjoy. Thanks. Good night.